Welcome to Global Village. Thank you for joining us again. We are airing today from County of Newell, Chamber of the Councillors. And we are very glad to have two great people, Dennis, who is a City Council of Brooks, and also been in the media for a long time. I would say probably 35, 40 years. I don't want to go farther than that. I don't know. Don't want to get into his age, so I would say just 40 years. And also we have Alicio. He is the president of the South Sudanese Canadian community in Brooks. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I think then you'll be able to tell us about your media experience of 40 years, 35 years, and your background.
It's up there somewhere.
There you go.
Well, I actually started when I left high school. I started in broadcasting business. I went to what at that time was the National Institute of Broadcasting in Edmonton.
Wow.
And went to Swift Current where I met my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And then been in radio and television, different places, Calgary, Drumheller. Actually started in Swift Current, Saskatchewan.
Wow.
And then because of a business, wound up in Brooks.
Yeah.
And at that time, 1976, the radio station was just starting up here. And so I went into that and been here since.
So how long have you been in Brooks then?
Since 1976.
Whoa.
So it's a long time.
Wow. So the Radio Brooks started 1976?
It actually started a couple of years before that, but it was only a couple hours a day in the mornings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got here, they started expanding and went into full daytime broadcasting.
Okay.
And then now we have two stations here.
Oh, it used to be one only before.
Yeah, up until about 7, 8 years ago, I think it was, the second station came in, 101 now. But up until then, it was just one station.
105.
Yeah, it used to be, well, it started out at CKBR,
Oh,
the old country station.
okay.
Yeah,
And then it went from that to 105.7.
right.
Okay.
Actually, it was AM radio at that time, but I'm not sure how many years ago, not that many years ago, it changed to FM. So, and that was about the time that 101 came in, so.
So was that time reaching all Brooks and the county or just Brooks area, the radio?
The radio station, it had about a 40, 50 mile radius, and FM is about the same, so. We were only 1,000 watts at that time, yeah, as AM, and then FM now is, I'm not sure how many watts it is, but that's what it is now, both stations FM.
But you were not born in Brooks then?
No, born and raised in Drumheller,
Oh,
Dinosaur Valley.
wow. Not far from Calgary.
No, no.
Okay. Well, you always have this unique voice then, or that's what everybody says, you know, when you were on the radio. They say you have a unique voice, everybody knows Dennis, so.
I'm not sure. I know my dad was a good singer, but
Oh,
that, I didn't take part in that part.
wow, that's.
So.
Okay, Alicia, you want to tell us your background, please?
Thank you, Amit Qasim.
Yeah.
Just let me take this opportunity to thanks my president back home,
Okay.
Gerald Salva-Kiir Mayardit,
Okay.
and his two deputy, the first Vice President Tabanding
Mm-hmm.
and Vice President James Waniga,
Yeah.
for the peace now in my country.
Good.
My name is Alicio Mulao. I'm from South Sudan. I came to Canada in 2001. I landed in Ottawa. From Ottawa, I just moved to Brooks 2002. I started working Lakeside Packers from 2002 until 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll be working with the South Sudanese Canadian Culture Association
Mm-hmm.
here in Brooks, like a volunteer president. And we just working to promote our culture and our language in our society. So we have a lot of things we're doing in my community. Me and another 9 others, like office.
Okay.
So we're working together like volunteers to save our community in Brooks. Time of culture, time of social, like welfare and child welfare, sport. So we have a lot of things going on in our community.
No,
And thank you.
no, that's a very good. You want to tell us a little bit about South Sudan then?
Yeah, South Sudan. Before we are Sudan, we are one.
Yeah.
And we have like 2 very serious civil war in back home.
Yeah.
The one started in 1955 and end up in 1972.
Wow.
And we take a rest a little bit, like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And another war start again in 1983 until 2005. And we
Wow.
have a feast called Nafash Agreement.
Mhm.
And when we finish that one, they give a right to go to vote for separation. So we separate in Sudan in 2011, in July 2011. And now we are an independent country. We have a president and we have our government and we have a parliament. We have a system called a federal system in back home in South Sudan. And now a country on the peace. So that's why I'm telling you much. I'm not going to go more much, but that's the way I know now everything is going well back home.
That's very good. You look like somebody who can play basketball. So were you a sports person back home then?
Yeah, in back home I used to play basketball. I play basketball with my state that time called Bar al-Ghazal.
Mhm.
So we play good basketball in that time. And now when I came here and I'm running South Sudanese Canadian Culture Association,
Mhm.
we have a team now.
You have a team.
We have a team, young boys.
Mhm.
So we have a team in Brooks here. Even I have some picture for those
Yeah.
the young people.
Yeah.
They're playing basketball here in Brooks.
Oh, that's wow.
Yeah.
That's a team of the. Okay, that's very good.
Yeah.
That's the same one we attended,
Yes.
right?
Those all they are South Sudanese boys
Wow.
here in Brooks here. So we just have like some difficulties.
Mhm.
Time of funding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they are young kids.
Mhm.
And when we go in Alex
Yeah.
Hall,
Yeah.
we try to just make practice, but they need us to pay like $60 per hour.
Mhm.
And when we go like 1 hour and a half or 2 hours, they need like 120.
Wow.
So we just stop it now a little bit because we don't have funding and we don't have much money. So we're just playing some time when we get money.
Okay.
Yeah, because in Alex Hall they have a policy. When you need a place
Yeah.
for yourself, for your community,
Yeah.
you have to pay because it's a public place.
Yeah.
Or everybody can come and play, it's free. But when you need especially for your community, so
Yeah.
you have to pay 1 hour $60. You see.
S-
But those kids that are active, and the last time I think you and our former mayor Martin Shiel is over there, and you guys see how those kids are playing. So they're good player.
They're very good.
Yeah, they have like a good future. Yeah,
They were playing with the Filipinos.
yeah, they play with the Filipino and will beat the Filipinos.
Oh, you guys, yeah.
Yeah, that time. Yeah,
Yeah, they beat the Filipinos. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that time. Yeah. No, that's very good. I think that's a very good encouragement of the basketball team. That is that's so you can mentor them for the basketball.
Yeah. So and now we just start focus about basketball and culture.
Okay.
Yeah. So like for the basketball, like when I tell you right now, we have some difficulties
Yep.
to get a place to play. and we hope maybe we'll get some help in our city,
Yeah.
in Newell Country, in Brooks here. And I just thank the former mayor, Martin Shield.
Yeah.
I think he's now is our MP
Yeah.
in Ottawa. And I think also the new
Very Morshida.
Marshido, the new mayor in Brooks.
Mhm.
They just opened the door for us, and we meet him more than 3 times now.
Good.
And we have another meeting very soon, just coming up. And just thank all people in Brooks for supporting, including you, Ahmed Gassim. And when we have any event, we just call you and just come. So I think for the next few weeks, we have another basketball team players. Maybe we will play with the Filipino or
Mhm.
we play with another community.
No, we need to promote, and I think we will also try to connect you with our new inclusion coordinator, Liban, and you will be able also to have a meeting with, connect with Jeff. I'm sure they will be able to, very resourceful, they will be able to coordinate with you and for the promotion of culture, sports, and multicultural of the city. And so, we are glad today they are here. So after the show, maybe you might have some words with them and then meet with them in the office.
That would be great. Yeah, I love that.
And then you have Mr. Counselor, I guess. You can invite him to your area, and maybe he will be able also, he's a sports person and he's been sports with the Bandits for a long time, so he knows what sport is and promotion, so maybe you can connect with him also, Mr. Dennis. And I don't want to speak for him because I don't get paid from him, so. Yeah, but I think that might be a good idea to connect with them and then exchange some ideas what you have in mind. Yeah, Mr. Dennis, I think you have been here for a long time and you've seen the changing faces of this city. From 1976, I believe the South Sudanese were the first group came to Brooks, if I'm not mistaken. Influx back in 1998.
1998, yeah.
Yeah, they were the first influx of black people coming from the continent. They were the first group who came, the South Sudanese and the Iraqis at the time. Would you remember that transition from small town to expanding to a diversity?
Yes, in fact, when I moved here, the Brooks was 6,500 population, and
Wow.
then when that expansion took place, Lakeside and so on, all of a sudden the boom hit and population went from 10 to 12, 13,000. And I remember the community changing, like as you say, the face of the community changed.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's been so good for this community is Lakeside, because that's where we have so many people that have found a job and have been able to make money and a new home and buy themselves a car and stuff like that. And that really has been good for this community.
And I think we should support JBS. Now it's owned by JBS, and I think they're doing a great job. And
Yeah, I remember when Tyson Foods was here.
yeah,
And then, of course, we had that BSE
XL.
crisis and all that.
yeah,
And but one of the most steady things about this community has been the Lakeside Packers. And
Yeah.
so it's been good for this community.
yeah. You can change the names from Tyson, XL, JBS, but people know as a Lakeside.
It's been good for, like you say, the face of this community, like the different people coming from different countries.
Mm-hmm.
Brooks is unique for that. Very good.
Yep. And were you experienced with that transition of a small town expanding from 6,500 to 13,000, I think 13,750 now? Was that an easy transition that you've seen in your own opinion, or you think that was some not easy transition?
I think it wasn't that easy, because I think the the school system and the health system in Brooks, and it's not unique to Brooks, but I think it took a lot of work by a lot of people to get it all together, and I think the people in our school system and our health system have done a tremendous job of making it work, because you know, all of a sudden you've got all those people, and it puts a little bit of a strain on things, but I think this community has handled it very well.
I fully agree that I think Brooks, they were a welcoming community.
The welcoming and BCIS, I think there's another group that has done such a good job in this community. I think Brooks has done well.
Yeah, Brooks done well, and I think because of we have good people, good organizations. The South Sudanese organization was the first ethnic organization that was in Brooks. They were long before BCIS. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was you guys were 2008 when South Sudanese organization. It's been there for a long time.
Yeah, so Sudan has been here for a long time. We have start our community in 98. So the first community in that time we called the Sudanese community. So that time we are one Sudan.
Oh.
Yeah.
As an organization.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and when we get separate, so we separate from North and we just
South.
Inform South Sudanese community here in Brooks.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how do you see that transition that I was asking Dennis when you first came? How you see the transition when you first came to Brooks, 2001? Was it easy? Was it some challenges? Was it?
Brooks is a good city in everything. I think is easy for me to just to get it in society. It's a unique city. Everybody free to just promote your culture. And that time, the only place you just get a job without any difficulties is Lakeside that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started in that time Tyson. Yeah, from Tyson to XL.
Yeah.
And now it's a GPS. Yeah. So it's the only place everybody work in Brooks in that time, and it's a good place. People work over there. That's that time a lot of people from Sudan, and that time, and now in South Sudan, I think we are the second group after Iraqian.
Yeah.
In Brooks, and we are still majority now in Brooks.
Wow.
Yes.
So what was the transition when you first came? Was it easy transition when you came from South Sudan to Brooks, or you came to Toronto first?
Yeah, it's easy. I came from South Sudan to Ottawa.
Okay.
From Ottawa, I moved to
Brooks.
Brooks.
So you were in Ottawa before you came?
Yes. So a lot of South Sudanese, they just like came to Brooks in Canada like a second landing, but a lot of them, some in Ontario, some in Winnipeg, and Calgary, but all they moved to Brooks. I remember that time when we moved to Brooks. Started a job in a company. It's 11.25.
Wow.
And that time it's a big money because we just came out from a war in back home.
Yeah.
And people need a lot of support.
Yeah.
So everybody have a family in back home, and just came and looking for the job because that time is a war time. Everybody need to just come and work and support people
Their
in back
family.
home. So a lot of people end up coming to Brooks to get a job to support the people in back home because on that time we have like serious war in the back home. Until now, when the war ended in 2005, like a lot of people went back home and they're helping over there now. Yeah, some they are working with the government, and some they are working private business, and some went over there to visit the family and came back. And I have another opportunity working with the Lakeside now, which is the GPS right now. Yeah.
Maybe we need to invite Mr. Dennis sometime to visit South Sudan and with the knowledge and experience of the media as well as other thing. Maybe
I'm ready to go.
there you go. That's accepted, you see. So that's easy. So that's it's South Sudan is one of the beautiful nation in Africa, apart from the civil war they had. Yeah, but the many years you were in the media, and now you retired from the media. Are you mentoring other people to take that path? Are you doing something about the many years of experience? Because you have a wealth knowledge of experience that we need to tap into. That's what
I
I'm
haven't
asking.
been mentoring anybody, but I've been busy trying to learn the council stuff.
There you go.
But
Yeah.
because, over the years, I went to so many council meetings in the media.
Yeah.
And, but it's a little different behind closed doors and when you're dealing with matters in a council
Yeah.
than when you're on the other side as the media, it's quite different.
Because you used to go every council meeting from the
Yes.
media side,
Right.
and it was easy for you to listen them and write and then talk about.
Yeah, and I could ask the councilors or the mayor
Yeah.
the questions and get the answers that I usually got,
Yeah.
and go from there. But here,
Now you are the
it's
other side.
dealing with it.
Now you are on the other side.
I'm on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think because the reason I ask is because I think we hope that with your timing will be great to have you and then put some sort of a media mentorship training with the youth, and that's one of the things we will approach to you, and we hope you will have some time to give it back something because.
That's a good
Yeah,
good
but-
idea. I've never even thought of that, as a matter of fact.
No, I think we did. We have done a media training for the youth in Bassano. I believe it was last May. Yeah, May or April or March in Bassano, and we have a very good number of kids that came that day, and they've been trained. So maybe the next training we're thinking of doing it in Brooks, and might be a good idea to tap your experience and then maybe have someone from here that has been that long time in the media. I can also benefit from yourself. So it's a good, and then it will be also good for yourself of mentoring the youth. So I will send you an email and then we'll probably talk about more. But that's a very good giving it back to the youth.
You bet.
Okay. The other one is Mr. Alicio. So what programs other than the sports that you have the South Sudanese in the office?
In our office, we have a culture, and we have a 64 tribe,
Wow.
so with a different culture.
Mm-hmm.
We try to manage them to do all the culture in one place,
Okay.
and we have EXL. So we have our teacher, maybe you know him, Sarada.
Yeah,
So he try to help us in time of language ESL,
that's very good.
and we have some volunteers who just teach our mother tongues
Mm-hmm.
for 64 tribes.
That's very good.
So and we have a small place.
And then you have also woman coffee discussion.
Yes. So for our culture, like we have some picture of them.
Yeah.
Those here in Canada. Yeah.
Wow.
So we just sometime when we get time, we have a party. Like last time you came in, we have Independent Day,
Mhm.
so we dance.
That's a very good
Yeah.
custom, yeah.
So to teach our kids
Mhm.
our
The South Sudanese culture.
South Sudanese culture, our traditional dance. It's sometimes it's too difficult because we have like 64 tribes with a different culture,
Mhm.
but we manage them to just to play all the 64 tribe culture sometimes.
You might need also to think of taking part of the Test of Nations coming.
Yes.
So that's also a promotion of the South Sudanese food and, you know.
Yes,
and-
but sometimes we have lack of information. Like the last time, Brook Diversity Day,
Yeah.
we get information a little bit late,
Mm.
and we don't have a place to protect to do like practice.
Yeah.
And the company is be working like 6 days that time.
Yeah.
6 days a week.
Yeah.
So it's too hard for us to just to manage our traditional dance. But I hope next year will be better, more better. We're gonna do more than what we did in this year.
Now we will connect you with both Jeff and Liban, and you have a counselor here. So I think you just get the information. Sometimes you need to look the information, not wait. This is this society, I think so. Well, but they will be very resourceful, and I think you guys are doing a great job, and I'm sure you will succeed if you have the collective vision of the South Sudanese, because South Sudanese culture is a very important, but also the Canadian culture. So that's how the integration will be easy process for the youth. My final point to Mr. Dennis is, what would you have what's the value of a volunteering, for example, for those who you've done volunteering for many years, but what would you say the volunteering, because most of the new Canadians they don't have that concept because there's none in the vocabulary. So what's the value of the volunteering in your own opinion?
Volunteering is the value of that is very good because it puts you into the community and getting you involved with the different people. And I think it must be quite an experience coming from a different country and trying to get into the culture of the new place you're at. So I think that's a tremendous way to learn and to meet people and get involved and help your own people that way too, because there's a language barrier and there's all the different things, and I think that's a tremendous way of just get involved and get into sports. I know our schools do a good job of all the different sports that get all the kids involved or all that they can. And I think for a newcomer, I think that's a great way to get involved and get into the community.
No, that's well said, Mr. Dennis, and I hope those are listening probably will benefit that volunteering is extremely important for the person and also the community. And I thank you very much for both of you, and we hope you will join us the September 9th, I believe, the National Film Board documentary premiere, which we will send you the invitation sometime tomorrow. And then you will see the African refugees, the process they go through. Then you will understand sometimes it's the difficulties that they came from. But thank you very much for both of you for coming. It's very honored to have you, Mr. Alishu. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Councillor Dennis, taking your time to come, I think we'll highly appreciate, and we hope to join us next time. Until then, this is Ahmed Kasim, your host of the program, and we hope you will join us next time. And God bless you. Take care and have a good one.